So hello guys, welcome to this Reinhardt tutorial for the year 2024 and season 9. I've been playing a lot of Reinhardt, you know, like ever since they released the system I have reached level 101 on Reinhardt. I've gotten rank 1 multiple times in Overwatch 1, Overwatch 2, and I have finally come here with an updated Reinhardt guide how to handle every single thing in this new season. As you guys can calculate here, I've done a lot of things on this hero. So I will get right into it guys, because I have fundamentally seen that so many Rein players are asking me, Cloudy, do me some my backline, what do I do? Cloudy, it's so hard to play Rein in the Bastions in Orisa. And all these things, I will have the answers for you guys and the basic methods how to deal with these things. And I have some very good tips as well here. So let's get right into it. So guys, at this point I assume that you know how basically Rein works, like how much damage hammer does, fire strike shield, right? Like it's like 1400 HP, 100 damage, 75 damage on the swing, right? But I wanna remind you guys of a very important Reinhardt swing deck, right? When you are playing Reinhardt, right, you are swinging your hammer, right? It's not hitting him, right? But if you spin it like this, you gain extra distance in the hammer because of how the hitbox works in the gun. It is very odd, but if you swing like this, guys, remember extra distance, very important part. Also, they have changed pin cancel, guys, because, okay, like back in the day, aka like 6 months ago, they changed like 4 months ago, okay? Like when you pin cancel, like it's inconsistent how the tank flies, right? Like sometimes he flies really far, sometimes he doesn't fly really like look at here, right? I mean, it's better to show as a speeder hero. But just like look at the distance when someone goes when you pin them off, right? Like let's use shoulder 76, right? I pin the shoulder off, right? Look at the distance, right? He flies there. That was a bug pin, sometimes they bug out, right? But he flies there. But then I'm gonna show you guys a tech here. If you pin the shoulder and instantly hold shield, he flies consistently, right? Like he doesn't go in the air, he flies straight forward. Right? And then there's one more thing you guys can do with the shoulder 76, right? You go here, remember to give them a little bit of what I like to call the love tap. Right? So you see, right guys, there you can manipulate the shoulder mid-air and tap him once. Like this is an important tech. Like if you want to poop someone a bit for the pin cancel, tap. It gives them a little bit of momentum, so remember to give a little bit of a love tap with the pin. So you guys remember, like pin cancel at the start of Overwatch 2, they changed this 2 months ago when they added key bindings on the Reinhardt, and we will talk about them soon. They like, when you pinned in, it takes a while for shield to come up, right? Like there's a little bit of an animation and like your shield is like wobbly like this, right? Like it takes like 1 second, right? But right now, if you pin cancel and cancel it with shield, the shield is almost instantaneous, and this is a huge buff. So keep that in mind when you guys are going for like let's say you go pin off the map, insta shield cancel. Okay, I will talk about key bindings now. So okay guys, here we are in the Reinhardt settings. They have added some new advanced settings to Reinhardt. Okay, I'm gonna go through all of them, guys. Okay, always have allied health bars on, okay? Always. Very important, extremely important. So friendly outlines, have it on default. You should always have it on as well. Always have them on, but I have default on, right? Toggle barrier field. In my opinion, if you want to play Rein at the highest level, never toggle barrier field on. Because like, let's say for an example here, right? Like, let me put it on and showcase a little bit. Right? Like here it's on, but like the thing about Reinhardt, it's kind of awkward. Then you can't even cancel it by, you can't even cancel it by clicking mouse 1, right? Like it's kind of annoying. Then you have to like re-click and it gets hard, right? But if you really want to min-max Rein to the highest potential, you need to have it off. Because like, let me show you the example right there. I can't cancel it, right? That's the wrong one, guys, sorry. But yeah, you put it off, you can go like... It's just personally better, so like don't use toggle, don't be lazy, guys, okay? Don't be lazy about it. Toggle, I can understand if you're like a bit slower and you want to practice first, maybe that's like training wheels, but after that you're gonna go like for round frames and stuff, guys. Okay? And then hold to use charge. I don't think you should have it on. It's just way easier to pin cancel, you know, when you click it again. Well, that's what I personally think. I mean, let's look at the difference here, guys, okay? It's just easier, you know, because like on Reinhardt, if you have to have hold something, like you need to react fast. Reinhardt is all about reacting. It's all about reacting, guys, and like you can't insta cancel pin anyway, so there's like no point. So always have that off. Advanced movement relative to camera during barrier lock. I mean, it depends what you want, guys. Like, you know, this is a personal difference. Relative to aim sensitivity during barrier field, I have it on 100, normal. Charge cancel input. This is where it gets interesting, right? Like, technically speaking, right? Like, some people are like canceling it with primary fire, right? But I had this problem, like sometimes it's like an old method for me because I have played so much Reinhardt, right? Like I've played this hero so much that sometimes I was like pinning someone off the map, and then I just click mouse 1 on accident and I cancel the pin like an idiot. So I could not have it on mouse 1. Like I just click, it's like a habit, and it like screwed up a lot of games when I was trying it. Then there's like secondary fire, like right here, right? But then there comes a problem that like you can't cancel it by like the other abilities, right? Like you can cancel, right? Like I like that one a lot, right? But there's the issue. You can't cancel your pin by clicking pin. You click pin, it doesn't cancel. That is my big problem there. Like then it throws my brain off as well because I've played Reinhardt for so long. So I recommend not having it on like that. And then there's the option of all. Right, there's, in my opinion, I think the shield cancel is good. If you could, they should add a setting where you can cancel your pin with shield and pin cancel. But it's just not like that. And now you have all, it comes the same problem what I explained about mouse 1, aka hammer. So I just do pin cancel normally. I mean, preferably if you want, you can use the other settings. But I personally find it gets too complicated and you might fuck it up sometimes. If you have all, you're gonna fuck it up. At a crucial moment, it's gonna cost you everything. These are like guys don't work. It's just like Rumble how your screen effects, guys. I recommend you guys don't like just have him on 100. Don't really fuck around with that. It can get kind of annoying. Yeah, that gets really annoying. That's about the new Reinhardt settings, guys. Also crosshair. I don't have crosshair. Reinhardt doesn't need crosshair. Don't use crosshair, guys. Trust me, it's a bit shocking, but it's very good, guys. So guys, now we come to the interesting part of Reinhardt. Like, what makes a truly great Reinhardt, unironically, is Fire Strike game. So you guys look at these bots fly, right? Like, obviously these are bots, right? But like, most of the time, where there comes an example of like, I mean, here we have, I'm gonna show you guys two different things. Here's enemy like flying up and down, right? So like, obviously, like here you need to calculate the trajectory. Let me calculate this here real quick, right? Like here, let's look at the Orisa here, right? Wow, okay, the Orisa spawned on the other side. Give me 1 second when this spawns. You see, you have to calculate the trajectory. Like you need to calculate where the Orisa is gonna be in like approximately 3 seconds, right? Like you have to calculate it. And let me show you, follow the Orisa here again. It comes with a lot. Okay, that was a bad one. Very close, but you know it's kind of hard to hit on this distance for sure. But it just comes down to a lot of experience, right? You see, I'm hitting her very consistently. You have to like think 3 seconds ahead. It's like very unique projectile speed aim, and just always think like here. Like look at her, she's gonna be right there, guys. Right? It's like. I recommend. Okay, that was a bad aim. I mean, you know, it's kind of hard to hit, right? Like, it's pretty far away. You know, need a good projectile aim here. Got her there. But yeah, just like always try to predict like where you're gonna sidestep, right? Mid-air it's a bit easier, but now we're gonna get into the second example. You guys should try this game mode on Reinhardt. It sounds really stupid, but like always predict where in the future. Don't like hit scan aim. Like look, Brick is there. No, Han's there. You know, like remember to predict, guys, and like. It just comes down to experience. I can get the air, just have to look where the air, it's kind of easy to hit them in air, right? Because like in air, they have like less movement and stuff, right? But let me show you like explain the other way of predicting sidesteps on Reinhardt, okay? So here we are, guys. Look at this video for an example, right? Like she's either gonna walk left or right, guys. So you have to make a prediction. Is she gonna go left or right? Here I'm gonna predict left. She's gonna go left. Like it's always 50-50. Like you have to think of like the most likely way she's gonna go. I mean it's kind of hard to say, but let's say for an example, right? Like imagine her team is like there, right? Like let's say she's here, right? Imagine that her team is here on the spray, right? So I wonder if she's gonna sidestep left or right here. They're probably always gonna sidestep the team. So always predict in the future. Now she's a robot, so she's gonna do random things. But like always predict where they're gonna be. It's either left, right. They will most likely not stand in the middle, and if you guys are a bit lower SR, let's say before GM, they're gonna keep going in a straight line. So then you predict the straight line, right? Like you just predict straight line, you know, she's gonna keep going straight line. But always remember to aim fire strike that. Predict the movement, guys. Very, very important. Okay, so guys, here we're in a beautiful Winter King's Row, right? Absolutely beautiful map. One of my favorites, right? Classic Reinhardt map. Also, guys, I want to remind you that every time you pin, hold spacebar, okay? When you cancel pin, hold spacebar down, right? That gives you like the little B hop here. that I'm about to demonstrate. So sometimes people ask me, Cloudy, how do you p-hop? I mean, I just click spacebar once because I know the timing, but when you guys are starting out on Rein, just click it once. Okay, that brings me to my next point, guys. There's this thing called Reinhardt bounce tech. I actually invented this, don't want to flex too much. But yeah, you can go here and you can just jump around. If you time the jump correctly, you like bounce off the wall and climb the thing. So this is a Rein tech you guys can utilize in a few maps. I do it here a lot because this is like the most obvious and good spot to use it in the whole game. There's like one spot on mid-down third point. And I do have another video about the spots, guys, you know. I'm kind of fucking up here, but like, let me do it a few times in a straight here. But I do have another video with the best charge cancel spots in the whole game. But remember, guys, this is a little technique that you should always utilize when you're walking out of spawn. Or like sometimes if you guys find your own spot, you know, because you just kind of punch against walls and get here. And remember, guys, B-hop shatter kind of neat, yeah. So guys, I want to talk about Earth Shatter. And my opinion about Earth Shatter is that it's kind of a useless ult. Like, how you should use Earth Shatter, you should just whip it out. Just solo shatter anyone you want. Like, legitimately, do not wait for 5-man shatter. Just go for the shatter, right? Like, just go for shatter whenever. Like, look at this LhCloudy round, right? Like, I'm just playing corners, fucking about. I don't really need my... Rein doesn't need ult. You just need to play Rat Rein and, like, you know, just play Rat Rein. There's one thing I want to say, though. There's one big tip for me, guys. If enemies playing Zenyatta and Lucio and stuff, it's completely fine to force a support ult for Shatter. Like, let's say you Shatter and you enemy tranks. That's a good trade, guys. Shatter is worse than Trank. Shatter is worse than Feed. So if you know enemy has a support ult, go for the force, okay? Let's see what I do Shatter here, guys. Honestly, I think I could have played better this fight, but the point is, I was a bit sleepy this game. But like you see, I Shattered. I could have killed this Orisa. Like here, I misplayed really hard. Okay, I can shield off the Trank, but I was like trying to pin off the map. You can shield off the Trank with shield, guys. But like you see, like this is my only ult. I solo Shatter tank and it forces Trank. I solo Shatter the tank and it forced Trank. I was already a good Shatter, but then I misplayed after. But like legitimately, just go for solo Shatters. Go for any kind of Shatters you want. Just use Shatter and like don't overcommit. I think it's a grave sin on Rein that you overcommit on Shatter. Hello, guys. So I'm gonna get into some gameplay and explain some key concepts. Like, have you guys ever played Reinhardt on a hard map? And let me say 3 of the hardest maps for Rein, personally, in my opinion, right? Is Paraíso, Dorado, and Ilios, right? So like when you guys get a hard map on Rein and you get an annoying matchup like Orisa, Illari, Shortjun, Soldier, right? Like, there's a couple things you guys gotta keep in mind. Obviously, look at my team, guys. I have cracky Amazon. So my team is also very good, but it's a hard matchup. So here we're like kind of get rolled for a few minutes, right? Like nothing really happens. But you guys gotta remember, like, this is how you play on Dorado, right? Like, you have to get this high ground here. So I just keep running in high ground here for a while. And just remember, okay, like, you have like couple points. Like, it's very situational. But for like Dorado, for an example, guys, like, just always rotate high ground, clear high ground, and remember, if you can force enemy in a way that they only shoot you from one angle, it is very powerful, guys. So my plan here was to clear high ground, and if all enemies are in front of me, that is the best thing that can happen to you. If Reinhardt is not getting off-angled, and you can pressure points for free, it's beautiful, guys. So, sometimes people wonder why I go high grounds in Rein, and sometimes I don't go high ground. The main point is, like, if you're getting off-angled too hard, you have to clear, like, 2 out of 3 angles. Okay, so clearing this angle opens the map for us completely. So this is what you guys should do, yeah? Let me go back here a little bit. Yeah, just look. Like, I walk on high ground here, I clear the angle, the Illari is in our spawn, he's doing some Illari things. And you see, guys, now, or is it just dice, because we walked on high ground, enemies kind of confused. So now they're like in one angle and they just proceeded to get rolled. And now comes the second part of playing Reinhardt on a hard map. I like to call these guys the magic words. I'm moving point for free, don't die, guys. You should say those words in the channel, team communication channel, guys. If you tell your team, don't die, guys, I'm staying on point, your teammates should just chill, right? I mean, just look at the payload process, right? Their Orisa has to drop, but the Orisa can't touch, right? We have a Bastion, they use an ult, their Orisa dies. Because he's touching, we get like 3 kills. And look. And imagine a scenario where I go like clearing this high ground and shit right now. You only need to clear high ground when you're getting angled super hard. So you can ask your teammates to go fight the flank while you're moving point, okay? So we keep moving point here. And then remember, guys, after you win a fight on Reinhardt, it is the most important to take space. I mean, here it's a bit scary because one of us died, right? And I can't really hold space because I'm getting flanked. But yeah, like, I mean, usually when you win a fight, you want to push up. But here I'm like, guys, can you clear the flank? So I ask my teammates to clear the flank. But it doesn't really work out for us and then we get fought. But yeah, that's really important on hard maps, guys. Just move point, tell your team not to die, and everything goes well. Yeah, here we get stuck, guys. And now we come to the defense. First point doesn't matter, we just kind of get rolled. Look how I played this entire second point on Reinhardt. How you play Rein on defense on payloads is you play Ratman, okay? You tell your team, don't die, I'll contest point, and you just contest point. Just look how I play here, guys. Like there, you know why they windowed? Because I'm contesting. Imagine, just look how I play. I go from one corner. Okay, this is an important concept. Let's continue now. Corner play on Rein. Okay? So look at my POV here, guys. Look where I'm playing. Let me go back like 5 seconds here. But this is the most important thing about being a tank player. Is playing corners. Corners are everything for you. Like, look. Here I have a corner from my cover, right? Like, you don't need to use shield when you have a corner. So right now... Look, I have a corner. I'm using shield a little bit because I don't want to get poked. But look, I'm just holding corner. I'm chilling. But here I get pushed a little bit too much, right? If I stay there, I have to kite because the Sojourn's pressuring me, right? Like, and right now, I know there's 3 people on me. So I have to give a little bit of space, right? Because my teammates are on high ground. But look what I do. I don't stay in the open. I go from corner to corner. Here, I get solo windowed. Look how I back up. I go to the corner. So far, in the past 10 seconds, I have went from one corner to the next corner to the next corner, right? So I just keep corner hopping if enemy uses ults on you. I still have 3 people on me. Look at that. I'm still alive. I've had the aggro of 4 people this fight. Soldier, Sojourn, and Baptiste. And I lift the window. And now I'm quite safe. Now they're using a lot of ults. Why is in the high ground? But you guys understand the concept, right? Like, you go from corner to corner. Never stay in the open. And here you see it. Like, now I can just contest point for free. I mean, their Illari traits are bad. So it's a bit hard. But we're like so ulting now. So it's okay. But yeah, I see they're just corner to corner. At the end of it all, we lose the fight because we lost the off angle. But imagine if I kept running away. Would have been bad. Also, another important concept, guys, is that like I'll make another video like all about the macro. But it's very important as a Reinhardt to rat on point as far as you can. My whole team is dead. Right? Can you imagine if I was trying to run away, guys, and I would die like here? We would lose the game. But because I am dying on the point, I am ensuring that we have another fight. That's very, very important. Always die on point with Reinhardt. You should either be the guy instantly dying first if you get like 3 solo ults, or you're gonna be the last guy dying on point. I'll get into other concepts of like how to play Rat Rein in Season 9, because you kinda have to play Rat Rein in these matchups. Like, look at the enemy comp. Like, they're playing Illari, Sojourn, Baptiste, Orisa. Like, what the fuck are you gonna do? Yeah, like, you walk on backline, you're gonna die. So you have to play like a rat. And I think it's a perfect rat game. Like now, because I died on point, we got a great pick as well by Amber, so an incredible play. Very good play. Like, you see, now I'm on point. I'm chilling. Enemy Orisa is shooting me. I'm fucking vibing on point. My team is winning the off angle. And you know why all of this happens? Well, to be honest, they're Illari fed. But we got a successful recontest because I was ratting on the point. Remember to rat. Rat Rein, guys. And now, look how I play this fight. I go here, look where I am. Always playing corner. Always play corner, guys. Corner is your best friend. I'm holding space. I'm not pushing too far because I know that we have positioning and they have to walk into us. Like, enemy can take top left and you have top right. Like, it's quite alright, right? Here I was looking for a sneaky shatter. But I'm like, here I'm also realizing that, nah, I don't gotta go. Here, I hear the Illari ult, right? And when enemy is using ults, you have to be doing something. Making sure they're not moving point if you have more than one fight. But here, we only have one fight left, right? If you lose this fight, we lose the game. So I have to play for positioning. So here, the Illari is ulting, so I'm just kind of pressuring here. Like, I'm not gonna go for the shatter, but I'm trading space. Look what's happening meanwhile, right? Like, I have aggro of... Let's calculate these people, guys. I have aggro of 1, 2, 3, right? Like, currently, I'm like... pouring the aggro of 3 people while the Illari is ulting. Right? The Illari ult did nothing. I mean, the Illari ult got cleansed as well, right? But But can you imagine a scenario where the teammates were looking at the Ilaria? Like, no one's here with him. Like, he's completely alone because I'm distracting them. Distraction rat Reinhardt. Okay, this is the most important. You have to have aggro of enemies. Like, you need to take aggro of as many enemies as you can and play to live as long as you can. On defense. Like, rat Rein wins you on defense a lot. And I have only played Reinhardt this season. I have like 65 winner. Well, there I missed the shatter. That happens. And then we have a window. But here, I'm about to showcase you the real power of Reinhardt. Okay? The power of Rat Rein. This is why this character is so good. And why supports are a bit broken. But just like, look, I went to point, I'm just playing to live. Like here, I think I die like 10 times. I'm 14 HP, get a drone, sidestepping guys. Turn your back, you can't be headshotted. And look, I'm just running around. I'm jumping around on point, getting healed by my support. Somehow I'm still staying alive. Still alive. Still alive. I'm getting windowed. I'm still living. But yeah, it's just about using line of sight, right? And there I pin in. Like, do you guys see this? I mean, obviously my support's gonna carry and I can't do a lot. But do you see these micro decisions I'm making? Like, these are really important. You need to identify as Rein when to make moves. Like here, I understand I'm getting shot by 3 people, so I go for desperation pin. It doesn't work. But like, because I pinned in, it kind of distracted them. It pooped the soldier and he can't shoot me. And here, I see the window. When you're getting window, like I'm just crouching here, line of sighting window. Look at my map also, line of sighting the window. And then here I realize that I'm full HP and I have to push the advantage again. So I go for the pin. And because I go for the pin, their Oyster can't do anything aggressive and she has to play defensive for a bit. Right? So I'm identifying when you have to make something happen and when you don't. I'm still alive, by the way. And here again, hold shield. And then go for the pin again and then Oyster dies. And we somehow lift all of that. But just like, look how I maximize my HP. I hold shield when I have to. I still have a little bit of shield. I use all my shield. No shield left, guys. Time to desperation pin. Insane cleanse by my Kiriko here. And I live. It's about you guys have to identify what's doing damage and using cover. Like, look at their Baptiste. Their Baptiste couldn't shoot me there. Like, he has a window because I'm using the payload as my shield when my own shield is broken. Just look, he can't see me. I'm sure he would be love to shoot me, but I mean, he's shooting the Kiriko, man. Anyway, use the payload on defense on payloads and stuff. Rat Rein and use cover, guys. Corners are your best friend. Okay, that's what we learned from this Dorado game. And by the way, we won this game after this cutscene. It was crazy. Hello, guys. So here we come to a LhCloudy tower game. We just lost first, but it was devastating. I want to show you guys when to time your aggro. Do you guys know why I pinned in here? Like, you're gonna have a lot of these chances where an enemy player is overextending. Just look here. Like here, we're down one person, right? Like, we're one guy in spawn. Like, I know my cast is dead. But still, I woke up a little bit. And then here, I identify that, like, I can see anyone else. So I just pin on the ram. So I identify the ram is alone. I charge on him. I swing on him. And then when I realize everyone's turning on me, I go back. Like, you see, I took the advantage when my teammate was dying. Took it aggro, and then I hold shield and then I kite. And then here I realize again that, okay, I mean, this ram just ints, to be honest. But then there I realize again that the enemy is split, right? So I take another advantage. Ram getting pinned there was just unlucky by him. But yeah, I pinned the ram, swing on the ram. Guys, remember, you need to identify this. Like, when you feel like there's not a lot of enemies, you guys should always push on it. And then I realize people are on me. And then you gotta realize these things again, guys. Like, look at all of these games in the game. Like, realize when enemies split. Here, I have to make a decision, right? Like, let me go back like 2 seconds here. Like, here when I peek, I see them using drone. And I know the Mei Lucio are split. They have no drone, they have no form, they have no wall, right? So they've used all their cooldowns. So even if I'm 380 HP and technically in front of the whole enemy team, I know I'm gonna live here. Honestly, I was trying to go for the Mei. The ram gets finished, just unlucky for him. But yeah, I mean, you just have to identify this opportunity. Like, I saw 2 opportunities this fight where I had a perfect time to pin. So I pin in, swing in, and then I hold shield when I'm low, then I'm about to die, right? And then I just walk in and destroy all of them here. Wait for the Mei wall, wait to get healed up a little bit. Still looking a bit bad, right? But here I identify again. I'm full HP, and I know Soldier's behind, right? Kill the Ram here. Then I'm low, I'm holding shield. Here I see the Soldier behind, so when I'm like pin, I know I have to hard push like right now. And see, I clear up the fight here, go for the fire strike. So Lucio is doing some ninja moves. I just started the Mei because I identify we're losing. My team just keeps getting picked. You see? There I identified against guys. Like I was pushing, but then I realized that if I keep going there, I'm gonna die. This whole fight, I'm making a lot of these like macro decisions. It's like kind of crazy, right? Like here I pin, I want to kill the Mei, but then I instantly realized, nah, I can't kill Mei. I realized that I have 4 people on me at least. So I kite on point, just hold shield, get pulled by life here, and then kite the window. Wait the window, right? I mean, then I die. But like, you see, I don't think I could have done much more that fight. Like, it's about, guys, you need to identify when you have to pin in, right? Okay, guys, so here we come to a fight, right? Like, this is a fight. Like, this is a classic tank turret. Okay, this is how you're supposed to play tank, right? Like, there's been a lot of ults used here. I still know they have Ram ult and their Sorcerer ult is on, right? But this is how the big players play tank, okay? Like, how do you take space here, guys? A lot of you are probably thinking here that I should just swing on the Ram, right? Like, the Ram is low, he's in a drone. I mean, he's just starting ult, right? It's a big buck on the replay here. Right? So, like, most of you would probably swing on the Ram here. Let me go back, like... Let me go back here and, guys, like, make sure, like, your mental is in the right... Like, in the correct spot when you play Rein. Like, you gotta understand, tank in Overwatch 2 is... You go on backline and take aggro of backline. Shooting enemy tank is only when backline is untainable. So I recommend a lot of you guys just do this, right? Like you see, I pin on backline, right? So I have aggro of 1, 2, I have 4 people on me, right? So technically speaking, this tank is not my issue. So I'm on backline taking aggro, right? Enemy Ram is on my backline taking aggro. Like, look at this. Like, Mei is looking at me. I'm scared. I just zoned 2 people on own, right? So, me pinning here made so much fucking space that the Soldier can't shoot anything. Bap can't shoot anything. Lucio and Mei are behind the wall just because I made the decision to go on backline and not shoot the tank. Right? I'm making so much fucking space. Imagine if I was swinging on the Ram. The Mei would be mouse running me. The Soldier would be shooting for free. The Bap would be healing for free. But because I made the right decision... And like, you have to make this call when you're playing tank. Your teammates have to win a 1v4 against Ram. Like, their Ram is taking a 1v4, you're taking a 1v4, but you're Reinhardt, so you can hold shield and live longer and play corners, right? So here, like, I'm chilling, then I'm kiting because I know I have to aggro 5 people. So now it's just me and Ram staring at each other. We traded aggro, but now he ran out of Ram ult, and then now we have ults, right? And then I just pinned 2 of them off the map. But you guys, like, see how tank trades goes. Like, this is how you're supposed to play tank. And then here I realize I have 4 people on me, right? So I'm kiting again and I'm like, surely my team has shot the Ram. So both of me and Ram just kind of awkwardly stare at each other and it's like, what's up, bro? We had a nice one before, right? And then it's time to go again. But remember, you're playing a better hero. You're playing Reinhardt. You have the best hero in the game. So that trade is fine. And you have ult advantage. So I do the same thing. I pin in. And this time I kill 2. You know, just cleaning up. It's about identifying this shit, you know? Like, you need to identify when to go, not to go. I have solo killed 3 people. Right, and we're kind of losing this fight. Isn't it kind of crazy? We almost lost this fight. Then if I don't hit that fire strike, we would have lost as well. You see, this fight, guys, like, this is the things you have to do on tank. I have killed 4 people so far, right? And then I go for the solo sider, but big pool. But yeah. This is what you have to do, guys. If you really want to win on Rein, you have to 1v5. And the way you 1v5 is you go on the back line. I could have hit that fire strike. But then at the last second, I make up for it. Crazy good flick. And then here I'm like, I'm 1v5. Fuck me, I have to go for sider. Good poop by him. But it's okay. I have a random power. And then I'm chilling. It's about identifying this thing, you know? I have so far killed 4 this fight. And all of this has happened because I have played aggressive. Always aggressive. Always aggressive. And then we win the fight. If I don't make all those aggressive decisions, we will have lost. So here, guys, I'm going to talk about more about corner play, okay? Like, just look how I play corner here. This is how you play corner. Like, you can use the corner as cover and then swing and trade damage, right? Like, I'm farming damage, I'm swinging. Like, I start the swing, then I peek. And that's how you farm damage on Reinhardt. Just look how I play the corner. I play the corner, they use wall, but I'm still playing corner. I know I have cleanse and pull, so I'm completely fine there. Then I go here again. Then I'm gonna take another corner, guys. Like, look, I'm playing another corner again. Corners are your best friend. Enemy team has to walk to me in a corner, so I can pretty much 1v3 this one. The Mei dies. I go for Satter. Good poop by Lucio. Save the whole game. Right? But that's just the whole point. Just look at overhead here. The rest of the fun doesn't matter for this point right now. Like, I am just sitting in the corner, going swings. Always corner, guys. Go from corner to corner. Then here, I go from corner to corner. I bait the Mei ult, and then I go out. Also, if enemy has ults, guys, there's this one technique. I'll go into it in another video, like how ult economy and stuff. But just for Rein, is that, like, you can make a lot of calls, especially if you have a live here in Kiriko. Say you're baiting Mei ult. Here, I made a call to my team that, guys, I'm baiting Mei ult, right? So save, pull, and cleanse. And you see, I get Mei ulted, I get cleansed, and I get pulled. Probably didn't need both, but yeah, you know. Paid a lot of ults, guys. Yo, guys, so here we're gonna get another spot where we see the tank trade thing, like what I always talk about, okay? Like, I see Ram clicking ult here, right? And you know what I don't do? I don't walk on the Ram. You know what I do? I go on the motherfucking backline. Enemy tank walks into your backline, you walk in their backline, okay? And it's just like, I hit a pin on the Hanzo, good run by the Bap. Bap saves the Bap, right? Look at them, they're all 1 HP. Crazy good beat by him. But look how they turn on me. It's the same situation again. Okay, I'm probably gonna die here, right? But I would have killed them if they didn't get beat. They got a good beat, but look at this. You're taking aggro of entire enemy backline. I have literally 4 people shooting at me. And enemy Ram does not know I am getting shot by 4 people, right? So the enemy Ram is 1 HP and he dies. And imagine, guys, if I just shot the Ram again. Always, 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 always go backline. This is how tank play has evolved during the past year, in my opinion. Like, it's just like when you have big boy tanks like Ram and Rein, you go on the backline and take aggro. Here I have 4 on me, enemy Ram has 4 on me, and you guys just have to play better than the enemy tank. Like, try to live longer, try to take more aggro. And here I did well enough. I took aggro of 4 people long enough, so we trade the Ram. Because the Ram honestly misplayed, but you know why he misplayed? Because I was distracting backline. So, like, I guarantee you guys, if you do this a lot, with decent timing, you have to practice the timing, right? Like look at my patience this whole fight. Like, I don't go backline right away. I go backline when they're clicking Qs. Like, here I go in with Pete, because like it's a fine play, and then I'm kind of chilling. They saw you ult, I kite, we use 3. I can't push there. If I push, I die. And like, the trigger is when you see enemy tank walk really far, and if they're like, here I feel like he's not walking 1v5, like his team is kind of close. Then you walk on backline, right? Like, there I go backline and boom, baby. We trade tanks and then overall we win the fight, guys. That's how you play Reinhardt. Very, very, very important, okay? Keep that always in mind. So, guys, I'm gonna show you one more example of like timing. And when the time is right. Look at this entire fight. Like, look at the patience you need to have on Reinhardt in these double flex support matchups, right? Like, I have Baptsen, they have Baptsen. So if both teams have Baptsen and you're not playing a mobile tank, you're playing like Rein or Issa, like, it just comes down to like timing, right? Like, you have to time it correctly. Like, you're just there to soak damage. So I go for Shatter, I miss Shatter. Like, I've not hit a single Shatter this game, but it doesn't really matter, right? Then we trank, like, I'm just not doing a whole lot, right? And then I finally identify it was my time to go. Like, the whole fight, I was just doing nothing, just getting shot in the face, like forcing cooldowns, miss Shatter, but then I carried the whole game. And this, guys, if you watch this video, you should learn what identifies it. Right, here we're tranking. Orisa has no spin, no javelin. Like, I see the Orisa right side, but you guys remember the rule, right? If enemy tank is not in your face or your backline, you go for their backline, right? And then there's like, you can pin them off the map, right? So like, there's like a good pin here for Rein. Like, I seen like their whole fight. Like, I seen like the Baptsen like sit there, right? Like, here I see the Chen Bap. Like, and then I see the Chen in the corner. So I'm like, I can probably get a good poop. Right? So I go, as soon as the Orisa is not on my face, I don't go for the Orisa. Fuck the Orisa. I don't care about the Orisa. I care about the backline. Always go for backline. Always, always. And there it is. So here, guys, we have a scenario. This is a little bit of an annoying matchup, right? Like, I'm playing Anna Brick in the Zenyatta, Hanzo, Bap, whatever, right? So here, like, look at the overhead of this fight. This is how tank gameplay works. Okay, so both of me and the Orisa are just chilling, right? Like, we're both shooting each other, right? I mean, we're chill vibing, right? And then here, I see from my POV, Orisa is going on my backline. Okay? I can guarantee you, a lot of you guys would be like, oh my god, I need to go on the Orisa. I need to shield my team, right? That is, if I go on Orisa here, we will instantaneously lose. You know how you protect your team? Look what I'm doing. Right? A worse Rein player here would have been on the Orisa, but me, I tell my team, guys, just try to live. Just try to live and shoot the Orisa, right? I am zoning 1, 2, 3, 4. I am currently taking aggro of 4 people, while Orisa is taking the aggro of 3 people, right? So I am literally 1v4ing right now. They can't do anything. Imagine if I went on the Orisa. Like, if I'm swinging on the Orisa, the Bap is shooting me, the Zen is shooting me, the Hanzo is shooting me, and our Tracer dies, which is unfortunate, right? But I still keep doing my thing. I don't have a lot of shield right now. Just look at overhead first here. Like, I don't have a lot of shield, so I'm using the payload as cover. Like, I'm not diving the backline, but I'm kind of holding them hostage, right? Like, they can't walk past me. Look at them. Like, they don't want to take, like, their Orisa is just, like, walking in our shit, right? But their backline can't walk, because I'm holding space. I even get nanoed, but I still don't push with nano too much. I mean, their back just feeds. Yeah, I mean, pretty much. Like, because I made the right decision, we win the fight. Like, this is our biggest MTD of the year. Just remember, enemy tank goes on your backline, guys. And if you're doing your job as Rein, you should have at least aggro of 3 people. Like, I am doing my job perfectly. I think it's the best fight example. I don't give a fuck about the enemy tank. My objective is to zone the enemy healers. And... I mean supports, guys. Zone the enemy supports. Sorry. I must have like that. Zone the enemy supports, right? So I zoned the support and then we win the fight overall. Because I took more damage and lived longer than their Orisa. Okay? Just remember that. I'm gonna show you everyone's POV just so you guys understand how powerful this is. So I want you guys to understand that always do this. Zone the backline. Do not shoot the tank walking on your backline. The tank is not your problem. If your team can't win a 1v3 against tank, you can't win the game. Look at Ash. Well, the Ash kills our Tracer, right? Good shot. But look at his POV. Like, he has no angle on our backline because I'm sitting on the point. He's afraid to take an angle. Then let's look at Bap, guys. Look at Bap POV the whole fight. It is so powerful. He's just shooting shield. He wants to shoot backline, he can't shoot backline. And then he's getting so frustrated with me sitting there, he just decides to jump in. He makes a decision to go close to me because he wants to take space so eagerly, but he cannot. And then Hanzo POV. Look at that. I'm shielding backline, he can't do shit. He's kind of looking at the Tracer instead. He doesn't have an angle. Nobody has an angle. And that's how you play Rein. Zone backline, guys. Zone backline, zone backline, zone backline. So, guys, I'm gonna fast forward and I'm gonna show you Rat Rein gameplay. Okay, this is how you Rat Rein. Look at enemy team. They have Babson, Orisa, Ash, Tracer, right? It's kind of an annoying comp. So, you know how you play Rein on defense? You motherfucking rat on the point. So, you take a corner, you sit in the corner, and you keep AFKing there. Right? Like, double forward is just literally... Rat. Enemy goes high ground. I don't care about the high ground. I'm a rat, right? Rein rat. You rat on the point. You see, like, they're on high ground, but who cares if they're on high ground? No one's moving point. You see their Orisa drops. They have an angle on us now, so it's a bit scary, but it's fine. I go back on the corner. Just sit on corner. Enemy Zen walks up. It's okay. You're still sitting on the corner. Enemy has high ground. It's fine. You have corner. Like, they can't kill you. And then we push inside. There's a little bit of a fuckaroo here. You can go my POV, look at the fuckaroo. We're just trading in a corner, like, I'm not overcommitting now. Here I get nanoed. I mean, the fight doesn't really matter here, guys. It's kind of irrelevant. Like, it's like, shit happens, right? They use Trank, I try to go for Shatter. You know. Nobody die on point. But I was playing Rein, so it took them 2 minutes. And you know what I do now? I play Rein. Rein, go from corner to corner. Tied on point, so we have another good fight. And now you need to identify what's the best corner. On Zambali, it's this one. Or this one where the Orisa is, but payload's too far, right? We get a pick so I can walk up, pin the pop away, and then I'm just sitting on point. I'm either sitting on point or playing a corner. They're pap feeds, and they're dead. And look at me again. I'm not doing anything. I'm not walking on backline, because on payload you don't need to walk on backline unless their Orisa is walking on backline. We get a big blizzard is fine. Then we int a little bit, but that's irrelevant. Just remember Rein. And let's go and attack, guys. Okay, I think it gets a bit complicated sometimes, right? Like, you have to clear the angle, right? Like, most of the time here, what I want to do is, like, if I want to clear an angle, guys, I'll usually ask one of my teammates to stay point. Like, here it doesn't work out, right? Because, like, one of my teammates dies here, right? But look how I play first fight. Like, I want to make sure they're in one angle. So here, the one angle would be everyone here. Right? I want to clear this high ground to make sure they have one angle. If everyone is here or here, I can easily deal with it. But I can't deal with the high ground, right? So I want to clear top. So here I asked in voice, can one of my teammates stay point? I see Orisa walk on my backline, guys. You know what that means? Look how I identified the pin on backline. Just look at the identification when you go backline, okay? Like here, I see the Orisa and I hear the spin, so I'm like, oh shit, I gotta go. Then I go backline, hold shield, aggro 4 people, not dead, right? So now we're trading aggro. I'm waiting to get healed up. And then I go in again. My prick dies, and when you're down one guy, it means you have to go. And I'm so far. And because I decided to go, I hit a crazy fire strike and I got a pick. Alright, so we're 4v4 now. It gets a bit awkward here. But yeah, so I fire strike Hanzo. I know I have too much aggro. I know Orisa's on my backline. So I tried to do a living challenge here. A lot of backs, keep kiting, guys. You know where I kite? I'm kind of in the open. And the Orisa drops on me. You know what I do? I play the corner. Like here, you see, I shoot Orisa, but I can see my prick is getting shot by enemy DPS, right? So I make the aggro play, I turn corner, and I kill both. I kill their backline. Like, in an impossible scenario, I got 3 picks. Like, I got 3 picks as a Reinhardt against 10 buff Hanzo ass. Because I identified when I need to push. And how you identify is when you push when the enemy tank is in. So there, I identify, I push, I get 3 picks. I still stay alive, by the way. I solo killed 3 that fight. Like, I literally solo killed their entire backline playing prick on a Mate Tracer. And how I did it is by identifying when I gotta go back. Here, guys, it's after the fight that we were just talking about, right? Let's go back a bit. Here we killed Orisa, right? Here, a bad player would go point, but guys, when you have kills on payload and hooper, you take space. Okay, remember, very important, take space. So I take space, I walk on ass. Dash also dies late, because he's not dying on point. He's not like you guys. He's a bad player, not... By bad player, I mean he's a player who's not dying on point. Always tie point, very important. And here I still keep going, you know, because there's like more stragglers, not dying point. So we go for the 10, hit a nice fire strike on the 10. And then I identify that this Orisa is kind of not gonna fortify. So I go for the risky play, Orisa dies, and now they just lose. You know why they lost? Because they don't have a Rein dying on point. They got 1 fight on this first point, because I played corners and pushed when we had lead. Remember, guys, remember what I said. Identify when to go backline, play corners. Very, very important, guys. Okay. These are the most important things. So let me recap again. Identify when enemy tank is on your backline. You have to take aggro of the enemy team. Play a lot of corners. Always play corner. Go corner from corner to corner, guys. Corner. Corner. Let me go through. Like, let's go for that. Let me explain every corner. First corner here or here. Then there's a corner here. Corner here. This is a corner. These are both good corners. This is a nice corner. This is a really good corner. This is one of the best corners, right? This is a nice corner, yeah, if you get this. This is even a better corner on defense if you're here. This is a bit awkward. There's not a lot of corners. You can play this as a corner, right? So, like, look, every map has these corners. You just have to find them and identify them, right? But, like, this map is, like, kind of easy, right? And the third one is Rein, guys. go backline, rat, Rein, always rat. Always die on point, maximize the time. On Reinhardt, you're never gonna have better stats than the enemy tank. Like, I can guarantee you, like 85% of the time when I win the game, I'm going like 10-10. Because I'm playing the rat Rein. And that is the only way you can survive with Reinhardt. In this, like, look at this matchup. We have Ana, Brick, Mei, Tracer against Babson, Orisa, Hanzo, Ash. Like, it should be really hard, right? Because I played corners, rat, Rein, and pushed my advantage in the time start, it worked out for me. So guys, I've played like 18 hours and I have 56 wins this season. I've only played Rein and I have 60% win rate. It used to be a bit higher, but I think 60% win rate Rein, only playing it on every map and every scenario this season is completely fine. So with guys, all those tips, you can also become a GM1 60% win rate Reinhardt only player like myself. Just remember guys, rat Rein, go for backline, don't peel tank, buy time, don't overcommit on Shatter, forcing ult is fine with Shatter. And remember to go backline when the enemy tank is going backline. With all these advices and all of this, you should be able to dominate every single lobby. I'm gonna tell you, Reinhardt should only get hard when you are around GM3 to GM1 area. So if you utilize these strategies on your SR right now, I can guarantee you, you'll be in GM3 and GM1 at no time. Like, Reinhardt is so strong, guys. A lot of people just misunderstand how to play the tank matchup and stuff. So have fun trying it, guys. If you have any questions, I do stream every day. I have tank guide matchups on my channel. I also have a previous Rein guide where I go over like a little bit more basic stuff about like how every ability works. So make sure you guys check it all out. I hope to catch you guys in the next videos. Please do subscribe. We have a lot more of this coming lately. A lot more guides coming about Rein versus every DPS or versus every support, or how to use ults. Like, how to communicate as a Reinhardt, right? We have all this coming. I appreciate you guys watching this, and it's gay. I'll catch you guys later. Bye-bye.